Good morning, students. I, Purnima, uh, welcome you all to my English class. And student, we are going to do a new lesson today, that is packing. So, the first of all, I will be explaining you about the author, that it is, um, and then I will be telling you about the theme, why he wrote this thing, okay, and then short summary and the main background of the story we will do, and then finally after that I will be explaining you the lesson. So first of all, I'm going to tell you something about the writer, about the author, that who has written this humorous novel, Packing. So in fact, children, it is a the main novel is here is Three Men in a Boat. I will be telling about it, but first let me tell you something about the writer. So who's the author? Here the name of the author is Zeram K. Zeram. Okay. Now, children, Zeram Klapka. It is Klapka. For K, it is Klapka. Klapka. Zeram Klapka Zeram was born on May 2nd May 1859 in Caldmore, Walsall, England. So he was an English born child. Okay. He was born in May 2, 1859 in Caldmore, Walsall, England. He obtained his school education at St. Marylebone Grammar School. So children, his schooling was from St. Marylebone Grammar School. He was an English writer and humorist. He is best known for the comic travelogue Three Man in a Boat. So his book became very famous, Three Man in a Boat. It is a comic travelogue. This packing is a part of that book only. Apart from this, he wrote some essay collection. Then apart from this book novel, he has written many essay collection like Idle Thought of an Idle Fellow. So this also became very famous. Idle Thought of an Ideal Fellow. Second Thought of an Ideal Fellow. His second book is Second Thought of an Ideal Fellow. Then children, his third book also became very famous, Three Men on the Bummel. Three Man in a Bummel. This is a part of Three Man in a Boat. So he had wrote one another book related with three men. So what is the name of that book? Three Man on the Bummel. And some other novel. Children, he died on 14 June 1927. And children, he had seen very rough life. Life was not easy for him, because when he was 13 years old, when he was children 13 years old, his father died, and when he was 15 years old, then his mother died. So nobody was there to look after him. Financially, he had a lot of problem now. So he was brought up in poverty in London, and Zeram wished to enter politics or be a man of letters, but the death of his parents uh, forced him to quit his studies and find work to support himself. So children, he had a very he had a very sad life, because in a very at the teenage his parents died. Nobody was there to look after him, nobody was there to support him financially. So children, he has to manage everything by his own. So he had a very a very sad life, or a very tough life also, because he have to fight for his survival. Okay. Now children, the theme of the story. So in this story, Packing, the author Zeram K. Zeram tell us that before starting any journey, we should plan and prepare for it well. Before starting any journey, we should plan and prepare for it well. Otherwise, we have to face a lot of difficulties. Otherwise, children, we have to face a lot of difficulties. We should not take any task very easy or leave it on other. So children, we should not do any task whatever has been given to us, we should not take it very easily, and we should not left it on others. Our life is also a journey, and we meet with complex situation many times. Now children, he is telling about he has taken a lesson from his life, and he is also telling us that our life is also a journey, and we meet with complex situation many times while continuing our journey. So we have to face that situation, we have to face that struggle of life. um, but if we have prowess to deal with them, we do not have experienced too much pain. So he's telling we should have powers to deal with those with them, and children, then we will not have too much pain. Through the story, the author tells us that the things that seem to be very easy may not be very easy as we think. Now, children, through this lesson, the writer wanted to tell us whatever we feel it is very easy, like people take packing very easy, but it is not that easy. So, whatever we are thinking, children, it is not like that. It seems to be very easy, but while doing that task, we feel that it is not very easy. So this is the theme of the lesson also. Packing things in a bag is not a difficult task, but it made a mess because it was not done with proper plan. So children, packing things, all your things, when we go for a journey, we have to pack. Okay, so we have to make proper plan for it. Otherwise, children, you can see how tough the situation became for the three friends, because they have to go and travel outside. They were going somewhere on a trip, and when we will read the lesson, you can feel that how tough that trip became before packing. Okay, they really struggle hard that how to pack in a proper manner. Okay, so children, here we are. Here we are, and now I am going to give you the background of the story. So now, what is the background that I am going to tell you? So children, now I will be doing the background of the story. So introduction, there were three friends were there, and Zeram, one was Zeram the narrator, and then his two other friends, Josh and Harris. Okay, they decided to go on a holiday. Zeram was very proud of his packing, so he offered to do this task of packing the bag. So children, he told that he will be doing the task of the packing. Okay. But children, the way actually he wanted to guide them, he wanted to tell them that his two friends, because he had a lot of experiences in packing, so he wanted to tell his two friends that they have to pack, but he will be guiding them how to pack. But children, the way he told that he wanted to pack, the other two friends had taken it very easily. They thought that he has offered them to pack, that means that then he will be doing everything by himself. And they both started relaxing while he was working. This is the thing, children, which he hates a lot. He did not want other to sit, he did not want other to enjoy their life. He wanted that they should work and he should become a boss, he should guide them. But children, here something else has happened. Here poor Zeram, he had to pack everything while his two friends were resting, because children, the way he told, it created confusion. Now children, well, anyway, since they have to go for a trip, they started doing the packing. The narrator reopens the bag, and children, Harris asked the narrator that whether he had put the boots in the package. Now children, after packing everything, it was Harris who told the narrator that whether he had put the boots in the package. He opened the bag and packed the boots into the bag. When he was going to close his bag, a horrible idea came to his mind, if he had packed his toothbrush or not. So when he was packing his bag, an horrible idea came to his mind, and what was that? That idea was whether he has to pack the bag or not, whether he had kept his toothbrush or not. He done everything. He found brushes of George and Harris, but he could not find his toothbrush. Now children, when he was doing he when Harris told him that whether he had put the boots in the package or not, he opened the bag. He reopened the bag. In fact, um, he started seeing everything. Okay, finally an idea came to his mind that whether he had packed his toothbrush or not, which he often used to forgot. So when he was going to close his bag, an horrible idea came to his mind. If he had packed his toothbrush or not. He turned everything. He found toothbrush of George and Harris more than 18 times, but could not find out his toothbrush. So children, when he opened the bag, he could not found his toothbrush, but he found the toothbrush of George and Harris. He put the things back one by one. So again children, he had to pack again indirectly. He put the things one by one. Then he found it inside a boot and packed the things one more. And then finally children, he searched each and everything and found that all the toothbrush, his toothbrush were inside a boot. And children, for that he had to look everywhere. Everything was in mess. And finally children, he kept one by one. He put the things back again. The bag finally got finished at 10:05 p.m. So it was late at night. They were thinking that they would pack early, and they would, because they have to get up early. But finally children, the packing of the bag was done at 10:05 p.m. George and Harris packed hampers. Now children, he told George and Harris to pack the food. Now the task of packing hampers was taken by George and Harris, on which narrator agreed. Both started packing in cheerful nature, showing narrator how to do it. So children both started packing with a very full cheerful nature, and they taught the narrator that how to pack the things. However, according to narrator, Harris was the worst packer in the world. So according to the narrator, according to Zeram Sekaram, Harris was the worst packer in the world. Well children, what they have done, let's see how they have made the mess. Well, while packing the eatable, first of all, they broke up. Harris packed the strawberry jam on top of a tomato and squashed it. And children, the worst thing happened. Harris, he packed all the tomatoes he put before, and after that he put the bottle of jam, and due to that all the tomatoes were mashed up. Okay, and situation has become worse. Okay, when all the tomatoes squashed it. George stepped on the butter. Now you can see children, finally George stepped on the butter. They packed the pies at the bottom and squashed them by putting heavy things over them. Even the same thing happened with the pies. They have put the pies, and upon those pies they have put heavy things, so all the pies were smashed, squashed. They upset everything. George got the butter off his slipper and tried to put it in the kettle, but it would not go in, and what was it? It did not come out. So children, with butter also they have problem. Okay, first it was not going inside the kettle, and then it was not coming out of the kettle, but it did not go in, and what was it would not come out. At last they dragged it out all and put it down the chair. Harris sat on that chair, and the butter was stuck to him. They searched the whole room but could not able to find. Lastly George got round at the back of Harris and saw it. They got it off and packed it in the teapot. Thus they made a mess. Now children, when they were doing the packing, it was already, they were getting late, and lot of ups and downs they were facing while doing the packing. Suddenly their dog Monty Morency came. It started disturbing them. It feels, the writer is saying that he was the dog that he find pleasure in troubling others. Monty Morency, pet dog, also disturbed them a lot. He came and sat down on things just when they were wanted to be packed. He put his leg into the jam, and he pretended that the lemons were rat, and got into the hamper and killed 3 of them. Before Harris could land him with the frying pan, Harris said it was the narrator who encouraged the dog for these things. So it was the narrator who encouraged the dog for these things. Now children, finally children, they go to bed after the packing was done at 12:40, and they decided to go to sleep. George asked when he should wake them. After little arguments, they decided that they would wake up at 6:30, though they children were going to bed at late at night, that is at 12:50. Okay, that is 10 minutes to 1 p.m. 1 a.m. So children, this was the situation and everybody was in trouble. So children, now I am going to explain the story. So children, I am going to start with the explanation of packing. Do you like going on trips, children? The question here is starting with, do you like going on trip? Of course children, we all like to go on trips. We all like to have our vacation or a holiday in a very nice manner. We have to pass. What kind of trip do you enjoy most? So children, here individual answers are separate. How do you feel about having a pack for a trip? So children, I don't know whether you people have done your packing or not, and you must also had a nice experience about the packing if you have done. If you did not do packing, then try for the next time. Have you ever discovered on a trip that you have forgotten to pack a few things you very much need, or that you can't find them easily? So children, two things has to be seen. Suppose children, if you have to take out a medicine, so you are not able to find where you have kept it, or children, and also people, if you are not a good packer, you forget many things. Does this make you angry or does make you laugh at yourself? Now children, we get angry also and we laugh at this our deed. So now children, here I am going to start. I said I would pack. Now here I is narrator, here I is Zaram K. Zaram. I rather pride myself on my packing. Pride myself children, he is rather proud of his packing. Okay, packing is one of those many things that I feel I know more about than any other person living. So he is telling packing is one of those many things that I feel I know more about than any other person living. Now children, he is expert in packing this much. That means he had packed a lot of time and he had a lot of experience of packing. It surprised me myself sometime how many such things there are. I impressed the fact upon George and Harris and told them that they had better leave the whole matter entirely to me. So children, even he told them that George and Harris, he told that leave the entire matter entirely on me once they were going for packing. And children, here both his friends are confused. Instead of telling that I should guide you and you start packing, they were confused. They were rather confused. They thought that it is the author, it is the narrator who is going to pack the things. They just said, okay. So it surprised me myself sometime how many such things there are. I impressed the fact upon George and Harris and told them that they had better leave the whole matter entirely to me. So children, they had better leave the whole matter entirely to me. They turned into the suggestion with a readiness that they had something uncanny about it. Uncanny is a strange thing. So they told that they are not good. They feel very strange when they pack the things. George spread himself over the easy chair and Harris cocked his legs on the table. So children, when he told that I would pack, they were very relaxed. And children, what happened? George spread himself over the easy chair. George sat in a very relaxed mood in an easy chair and Harris cocked his legs on the table. This was hardly what I intended. Now children, he is telling, the narrator is telling, this I did not intend it. Actually, his intention was something else. He wanted that these two persons, they should pack the things under his able guidance. But here something else has happened. These two persons, George spread himself over the easy chair and Harris cocked his legs on the table. Okay, so children, here now cocked is cross-legged. This was hardly what I intended. What I had meant, of course, was that I should boss the job. Now, children, the writer is telling actually he did not mean that. He really meant that he should boss the job and that Harris and George should potter about under my direction. Potter about means to do some important thing. Actually, children, he want to direct them, he want to guide them for packing, but it was Harris and George who mistook it. They were misinterpreted. They thought it is the narrator who is going to do the packing, so they sat with a very relaxed mood. This was hardly what I intended. What I had meant, of course, was that I should boss the job and that Harris and George should potter about under my direction. Potter about means do some important thing. So, children, actually he mean that he should guide them, he should give their direction to Harris and George, and they will be doing the packing. But they have taken otherwise. They were sitting in a very relaxed mind. It is the narrator who started doing packing. I should boss the job and that Harris and George should potter about under my direction. I pushing them aside every now and then with, oh, you, here, let me do it. There you are, simple enough, really teaching them, as you might say. Now, children, he was thinking that he would be guiding them with this word, oh, you, or here, let me do it, or there you are, simple enough. So, children, these were some of the words which he thought that he would be doing it. He would be when they were doing the packing, he would be telling all these words to them and really teaching them how to pack the thing, as you might say. They're taking it in the way they did irritated me, but children, they have taken otherwise. They were completely doing the rest, and here the writer was really very irritated. There is nothing does irritate me more than seeing other people sitting about doing nothing when I am working. And children, this is the reason for irritation. When he do some job, he do some work, and when the other people they sit, he really feels very much irritated. I lived with a man once who used to make me mad that way. Now, children, he is sharing a story about himself. The writer is telling, once upon a time, I used to live with a man who used to make me mad that way. He would loll on the sofa and watch me. Loll, children, here is he would loll in the sofa. Loll is to lie or sit in a very relaxed mood. So, I lived with a man once who used to make me mad that way. He would loll on the sofa, so he would sit comfortably on sofa and watch me doing things by the hour together. And children, he would give orders for hours, and poor writer, poor Zeram K. Zeram, he had to work hard for hours. He said it did him real good to look on at me messing about. Now he is telling, he also used to say that he used to feel happy, okay, he used to feel good when he used to see Zeram K. Zeram messing over the things. Now I'm not like that. I can't sit still and see other men slaving and working. Now he has changed. Earlier he used to work. Now he's telling, now I like to sit, okay, and I like other men working. Now I don't like to work and slave for others. I want to get up and superintend and walk around with my hands in my pocket. In fact, he wanted that he should supervise the work with a hand he should put in his pocket, and he should move here and there, looking and guiding to those persons who are doing the packing or who are doing work, and tell him what to do. It is my energetic nature, I can't help it. And children, he wanted to guide it due to his energetic nature, but in fact children he was not able to do it. Like here you can see the manner children George and Harris, they were sitting in a very relaxed mood. However, I did not say anything but it started the packing. So he told me I did not say anything but it started the packing. It seemed a longer job than I had thought it was going to be. Now children, at first he thought he would be doing a quick packing, but children, it seemed a longer job than I had thought it was going to be. But I got the bag finished at last. And children, finally children, he got the bag finished at last and I sat on it and strapped it. And children, finally he closed the stripes also. Okay, and then what happened? Suddenly somebody asked, aren't you going to put the boots in? Harry said. After children, the moment he was already late, he had passed lot of hours in packing, and when he packed the things, suddenly Harris asked, haven't you packed the boots in it? And I looked round and found I had forgotten them. And children, suddenly he looked round and he forgot to keep the books around them. That's just like Harris. He could not have said a word until I would got the bag shut and strapped. And children, he could not have said a word until I would got the bag shut and strapped, of course. Now children, he did not say anything. Again children, he opened the chain. Again he felt, in fact he found that he forgotten to keep the boots there. So again he had to open the bag. Okay, and George loved one of those irritating. And children, when he felt that he had forgotten to keep the books, he felt very irritating. And children, this irritation increased when George laughed at him. That senseless laugh of his, they do make me so wild. Though he became wild with his laugh, with that irritating laugh, but nobody he was also helpless. I opened the bag and packed the boots in, and then just as I was going to close it, a horrible idea occurred to me. Children, now children, again children, he repacked, he opened the bag, he put all the things out, he arranged, he put the bag, he had to arrange a lot of things, okay, while before closing the chain of that bag. And suddenly when everything was put in the bag, the boots and everything, a horrible idea occurred to him. What was that idea? What he thought, that did he pack his toothbrush or not? One small thing but lot of important. Without toothbrush children, our morning never start. We cannot eat anything, and in the morning the shops are also not open. We cannot go and buy early in the morning. Okay, so this a horrible idea occurred to me. Had I packed my toothbrush, I don't know how it is, but I never do know whether I have packed my toothbrush. Now, children, this again and again he used to forget. Children, again and again he used to forget. He was thinking whether he had packed his toothbrush or not, and still he was not able to. Children, he was not able to see. Not able to remember whether he has packed his toothbrush or not, and he had to rush upstairs. Now children, he was very upset. He was not able to remember whether he had packed his toothbrush or not. I don't know how it is, but I never do know whether I have packed my toothbrush or not. My toothbrush is a thing that haunts me when I am traveling. Haunts here means, children, it here haunts means it repeatedly give trouble. So children, whenever children the matter of toothbrush come, the writer is always haunted. That means it's always troubled. What is the trouble? He always forgot. He always forgot whether he had packed his toothbrush. And for that small toothbrush, he had to open. Again, he has to repack everything. Again, he has to take out all the things from the bag, and he has to check his toothbrush. Now this thing again happened when he was packing, and when he had children, again when Harris told him that whether he had forgot to put his boot or not, He had taken out all the things. He packed the boots, and when he was going to close the chain, again this idea occurred to him whether he had packed his toothbrush or not. Now he was not able to remember, poor fellow, that whether he has packed his toothbrush or not. So my toothbrush is a thing that haunts me every time when he was traveling. Now what happened next, this I will be telling you in my other video. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.